Hey, so you're thinking about rent-to-own opportunities in Colorado. This video is going to explain exactly how they work, how I can put you in connection with rent-to-own opportunities, and then we'll talk about the pros and cons to see if it's a good fit for you to consider in your next purchase. So stay tuned. Hey, I'm Sean Murphy, the team leader of Moxie Denver, a real estate team here in the greater Denver metro area. And I love making videos about cost of living, pros and cons, neighborhood vlogs, everything you need to know. So don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell so that you're reminded each time we put up a new video. Okay, so here are a couple scenarios of people and situations that I think rent-to-owns make sense. So maybe you are relocating to the Denver metro area and you haven't been here before and you don't know exactly which neighborhood you're going to be comfortable with. And so you'd like to kind of test drive out a home, but you want to be in a home, you want to be in a great school district in a safe neighborhood. If you have kids, you probably don't want to move again after 12 months when you do find that perfect spot. So rent-to-owns are good for you. If you are nervous that the world economy is going to crash and that there's going to be a recession in the market, home prices are going to go down, and you don't want to buy what you think to be the top of the market, rent-to-owns might be a good opportunity for you. Maybe you are credit worthy to get a mortgage, but maybe you just switched careers, you have a new job, you're making really good money, you have credit, you know you're gonna want to buy, but at this point right now, you can't attain a traditional mortgage. Rent-to-owns might be a good fit for you. So let's talk about what rent-to-owns are. So a rent-to-own is where you would go to the seller of the property, and you would say, hey, I would like to rent this with a plan for me to purchase it sometime down the road. That time down the road is typically 2 to 5 years. And normally, a portion of your monthly rent will go towards building your down payment so that at the end of your lease with them, you will have some money saved up to help you then go get a mortgage, have down payment to pay them and pay off the house. So typically, you're working directly with the seller of the property and you are the tenant of that property. They're still responsible, they still own all of the house, you just potentially have this option at the end of it. The nice thing about rent-to-owns is you could test drive the home, test drive the neighborhood, and if it doesn't work out, economy changes, whatever, and you don't want to buy, well, you don't have to buy. Now, one of the negatives of rent-to-own is that there's usually an option fee. So a fee to have that option, to have that luxury, to buy the home at the end of your lease. Well, that usually costs somewhere between $15,000 to $20,000 and is non-refundable. So be careful of scams. Example, somebody says, hey, rent to own, but they don't actually own the house. You give them your option money and they skirt away. So you definitely need to make sure that you check that this person actually owns the house. The other thing is if they do own the home, you are making payments, but they're not paying the mortgage and the home goes into a foreclosure. Well, then that kind of screws you over. If the bank forecloses on your house, you're not going to get your option money back. There are down payment assistance programs that can help get you in the house and you actually start paying towards owning that property instead of giving just that lump sum to someone that's, it's unguaranteed, it's unpromised that actually is going to come back to you. So something to think about. What we do too is just have a buyer's consultation with you to talk about kind of what you are as far as your financial situation, your goals, what areas, what homes, and then nudge you in the right direction with some information so that you can make the best decision for your situation. So make sure you get an inspection on the home and make sure you have the home appraised so that you get a baseline for what the home's value is right now. So I do work with an investor that offers a lease to buy option. And what they do, and the reason I team with them is just to provide another service for you in case you aren't quite ready to buy and it just doesn't make sense. I want to still be able to help you out. What they will do is they will purchase a home that's currently active for sale on the market. They will have the home inspected. They'll have the home appraised to make sure the value is there. And then as soon as they close, they will lease it back to you. And then predetermined timelines of, hey, after 12 months, if you want to pay X amount, it would be this much, 16 months, this much. What I love about it is they max out their appreciation, their purchase price appreciation at 5%. And in some areas of Denver, Colorado, the appreciation is still more than 5%. So in some instances, and ideally, you could rent this home out and not have to move at the end of the lease. You test drive it, you know that you like it. When you go to buy it, one, you don't have to face any of the competition that's currently out there. And two, you could get this home for under what it would be currently valued at on the market and walk in with instant equity. Other great thing about the program is that you don't need that $15,000 to $20,000 non-refundable, non-guaranteed option fee. You don't need that. So no competition, but also you could then purchase the property for less than what it would have sold for on the open market, which is pretty sweet. And then at closing, you don't have to move. So it's a great option for, those are just unsure if they're ready to buy or can't buy, but know that they want to, have a house, be in a great area, great neighborhood, great school district, and all that, but not be tied and committed. So with their program, you don't have to do the big option up front. You do pay a little bit more each month in your monthly rent, but then again, your first and last month rent that you pay up front will go towards you could use that towards your down payment when you do qualify for a mortgage. So it's pretty sweet in that regards. So again, if you want to chat if it's right for you and more about how the program works and how we can help you out, like this video, comment below with your question, or you can message us directly. Don't forget to subscribe so you're notified each time we put up a new video, and we love making them. And so like pros and cons, neighborhood vlogs, check out all of our videos and see what it's like to live in the great state of Colorado. See ya.